Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and to today's video, which is a good old-fashioned Disney Q&A. So I went out to you guys over on my Instagram, which I'll put down below here if you don't already follow, and just said, hey, ask me anything, let's talk Disney. I don't get to talk a lot about Disney and the parks and all that magic in my everyday life, so what better place to do so than right here. So get yourself comfy, get a cuppa, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Okay, so as always, you guys came through and I've got a lot of questions to whiz through. What I'm going to do is try and answer them quick fire because I've been known a little bit, guys, to waffle. So sometimes I could just go off on a tangent. But I'm going to answer these questions like bang, bang, bang and get through as many as I can. And there's a lot. There's some really fun ones. There's some more like advice-y type ones. So should be a good mixture and I hope you enjoy this video. So I'm actually going to start off on a super light-hearted one, which I love. It's probably my favourite of all of this. And this is from my very good friends, Mr. David and Mr. Ian, who I'm sure you guys are already familiar with. And they've asked me to choose between Dumbo's ears for a day or being wooden like Pinocchio for a day. And I've actually been thinking about this one quite a lot since I read it and trying to come up with a rational answer, and my brain just went straight away to Dumbo and his ears. But can they fly, David and Ian? Can these ears enable me to fly like they do Dumbo? I mean, I hope so. I am kind of like a baby elephant, so so maybe, but I would definitely rather have flying elephant ears than be wooden like Pinocchio, especially if it includes the nose, because I don't want, not that I tell lies or fibs, but I don't want no long growing nose. A few of you guys have asked about times of year to go and when's my favourite time of the whole year to go to Orlando, Florida and to the Disney parks, and my response has always been kind of Halloween time or February time, which is the two times that we go with. So we have to contend with the school half term, school holidays now, and there's a few of those holidays that are just wiped out instantly. So the 6 weeks holiday, too hot. I don't like to be too hot, so that's a big fat no, especially with a young child as well. Not that she's even that young anymore. Oh my god, she's 7.5 and she's almost a teenager. But yeah, not with a child walking around in that heat. I just couldn't do it. Christmas I would love to do, however very, very busy, very, very expensive. So again, that one's not really on our cards right now. Easter similarly, very, very expensive, busy. There's a lot of holidays, spring break and everything is around that time. The weather, I have been over Easter before and the weather is gorgeous, but for those other reasons, mainly price on flights and stuff, it's just not for us. So that leaves us with February half term, which we've only recently tried out in the last few years, and it's delightful. Weather's good, crowds are good, lovely, lovely. And October, because Halloween, and you guys know that I've got a spooky little heart. Halloween is my favourite season, so to see the Disney parks all dressed up and to join in on that Halloween fun is just everything to me. I think you guys know I love my food because there's been quite a lot of food-based questions. Dole Whip or Gideon's cookie, which one would you choose? Controversial. I don't love Dole Whip, not one bit. Like, pineapple makes my mouth feel scratchy, so Gideon's. Plus, even if I did like Dole Whip, Gideon's is insanely good, so it would probably still be Gideon's on that one. Best chicken nuggets at Disney World. Now, I'm a bit of a chicken nugget connoisseur. You guys know I love, love, love me a chicken nugget or a chicken burger, a chicken goujon, a chicken tender. Anything chicken, I'm there. But for me, they're all the same on property. We know they're all the same. Disney nugs, they are iconic. For me, it's when you're staying on site and you arrive after travel day, get to your room, check in, go to that food court, and you get those Disney nugs and fries, and the first bite, that's the best nug. Top snacks. I like a Mickey pretzel. I like the Disney popcorn. It's so salty and so good. I love the fries at Walt Disney World. I know they're not necessarily a snack, but I'm very fussy. I don't know if you know that about me already, but fries to me is like a snack because it's one of the few things I like. I used to like a Disney cupcake, but in recent years they're just so much icing, like this much icing and this much cake, and it is just too much sugar and it makes my teeth go squeaky, so I'm not going to include those in the faves. Love the chicken fried rice from Yak and Yeti quick service. You can get like a tiny pot, which is actually a snack. You can get it bigger, which would be like a lunch or a meal, but that tiny pot is a good snack. the worst snack has got to be one of those turkey legs. They smell good. Like when you walk past someone you think, oh, that smells good, and then you get another look at it and you think, absolutely not. To walk around with a leg of meat is kind of caveman-esque to me. I don't want to be doing that. And I don't know if it's ham or turkey. It's called a turkey leg, but I actually think it's ham. Should have double checked that. I've looked it up before. Smells like ham, smells like gammon. But no, big fat no from me. What is your worst snack in all of the Disney parks? Have you had something that's grotesque like the turkey leg, or do you just love all the snacks? If you had to eat the same Disney food every day of your trip, what would you pick? This is hard. So I would definitely include in the selection the bread and butter pudding with caramel and like banana sauce from Ohana, because that is the best dessert I've ever had in my whole entire life. And for the main, I'm going to be so boring and predictable, it would probably be nugs and chips, followed by that Ohana pud, just to make it a little bit more adventurous and exotic. What is the longest duration I've ever stayed on Disney property? It's 2 weeks. Back in the day when we were DVC, we'd often go out for 2 weeks at a time. That was really fun. Can't afford it these days because the prices are through the absolute roof. But yeah, 2 weeks is really, really good. A lot of you guys have actually asked in these questions, do I think Disney is ripping people off, or do I think the prices have gone crazy? Is it fair? Is it right? What are my thoughts on that? I think for me personally, the way I look at it is everything in the world right now has gone up and is extortionate. Milk is extortionate, bread is extortionate. So for me, it's the same as everything else. It's just Disney is a larger chunk of money that you're looking to part with, and the prices that are appearing nowadays, for me personally and many people that I speak to out there as well, it's just not something that we can stretch to anymore, which is not ideal, but they're just moving with the rest of the world. And if you think, they must have lost a lot of money during the pandemic like many other companies. I know they're a huge like billionaire company, but they must still have lost a lot of money, and they have to coin it back in sometimes. And as long as people keep going, the parks are crowded. There's people there. There are people that will flock in no matter what. People that are going to pay that money. As long as people do that, then they'll just keep putting the prices up and taking the benefits away because they're getting away with it. So to me, it's not a rip-off. I love Disney. I wish it was more affordable and more accessible, but it has got more expensive. We all know that, and hopefully one day it'll all even out again so we can all enjoy it like we used to. Can you get a Disney one-day ticket? If so, do you know how much? Yes, you can. Not from UK vendors that I'm aware of. We got ours from Theme Park Frog. It's Undercover Tourist. It's called Undercover Tourist, but their logo is like a frog, and all over the website it's a frog, and their emails is a frog. So that's made me think of frogs. But Theme Park, no, Undercover, oh my god, I'm gonna have to Google this. Be right back.
A few moments later.
It's called Undercover Tourist, okay? It's an American site, but you can purchase from here in the UK. I did that for our Magic Kingdom tickets last February, or this February, whenever we last went to Magic Kingdom, I did that. They were about $150 each for the day. Yeah, you could get a hopper option. I didn't. I went with just the standard base ticket to keep costs down. And it was really good. Like, it was mainly a Universal trip and a SeaWorld trip, like, for us. But having that little dose of Disney was amazing. And the cost of that one-day ticket, if they were about $150 each from memory, dollars, remember as well, dollars. So about £400, which is less than one person's 2-week ticket to Disney. I know if you look at it over the time spent and value for money, then go ahead and get the 7-day ticket, but we can afford that. So one-day tickets worked really well for us. I love this question. 2 of like my favorite things. What outfit would you wear for Halloween at Disneyland Paris? I would be so tempted to go down the route of Jack and Sally and do something either Jack Skellington themed or Sally themed, because I know that they come out and meet and greet at Disneyland Paris a lot in Frontierland over by Phantom Manor in Halloween season, and I kind of feel like they're a bit iconic for Disneyland Paris. I don't know why, but I think it's the first time we met them, it was Disneyland Paris, so I personally would base it around that movie. Do you plan your outfits around your ears or ears around your outfits? I plan my ears around my outfits. So I'll plan on my outfits and then I'll link in whatever ears I've got. Guys, in the video I did last week about selling my ears, it doesn't mean I'm never going back. I think a lot of you guys messaged me in concern, like, oh my god, you're selling your ears, are you never going back? I will go back, of course I will, and I still have a lot of ears, but there were 60 odd pairs, and this head can't wear that many ears, so it's not it's not necessary. I was being a hoarder and just being a bit over the top. So I have sold some, but I've still got enough ears to go with most coloured outfits that I would choose. And outfits and ears wise, I do tend to theme them around which park I'm in. So Animal Kingdom is obviously always going to be like a jungly green colour, or a leopard print, zebra print, tiger print, animal of some kind print. That one's easy. Magic Kingdom, I always go pastels and usually pink, because that suits the Magic Kingdom and Cinderella Castle, and it's just lovely, lovely. Hollywood Studios, I try and go with a bright colour for Toy Story Land. So I've done red before to go with the big Luxo ball, or Star Wars Land, I've worn like a mustard playsuit to try and fit in a bit with that land. I do find Hollywood Studios quite difficult to dress for. And Epcot, just I tend to do like anything goes. Like you can try and fit your outfit in with any area around the World Showcase. You could go purpley lilac to be like Figment, you could go sparkly sequin silver to be like Spaceship Earth. The possibilities are out there. I love outfit planning for Disney trips, and if you guys ever want to talk outfit planning with me, please drop into my DMs over on Instagram, because that's like my favourite hobby. Best things to do in Disneyland Paris for a day not fussed on rides. Definitely the parade and the shows. They're really, really good at Disneyland Paris. All the shows over in Studios Park are amazing. The parade, especially if it's over this summer when the 30th is on, Dream and Shine Brighter is like the best parade ever, so definitely check that out. What Disney ride could you take or leave? I don't know if you guys will like this, but Space Mountain for me, it's a basher. Like I come off and I feel damaged. My spine, my legs, my neck, my head just feels damaged, and I don't know if it's whether my age, I just don't like it, and it's so dark, like you can't see what you're doing, and it's just, I don't care for Space Mountain at all. Neither does Paisley actually. She thought she loved it from memory, but I think she was looking back on the Disneyland Paris one, which is way more advanced and a little bit more comfy, although still very bashy compared to Orlando. What restaurants do you suggest if I want to take my wife for date night? I love that. The most date nighty restaurants I've ever been to at Walt Disney World are some of the signature ones like California Grill, Yachtsman's Steakhouse, Citrico's. Pick any of the signature dining and you're laughing, because they are amazing. The service is lovely. For me, no matter where I go, I'll have chicken and chips, but it's always been divine chicken and chips in those restaurants, so try them out. We're going with the 16-month-old in May. Any recommendations? Definitely explore Fantasyland loads, because there's so much for them to do in that area of Magic Kingdom. And I have actually done a video in recent weeks about travelling to Walt Disney World with children and toddlers, so I'll link it below. Go check that one out, because there's way more tips in that video. Have you done Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, and would you recommend it? I have done Mickey's Not So Scary probably 5 or 6 times. Personally, I would recommend it if you haven't done it before, because it's a lot of fun. It's very, very busy. So definitely do some research online about which things you'd like to do that you would not be able to do usually. So perhaps don't prioritise the rides, but prioritise the special characters that will be out. Booty Parade is next level. It's amazing. I love it so much. And the Halloween fireworks are really good as well. I miss Hallowishes. That was my absolute favourite. But yeah, do your research and prioritise what you want to do, because they are very, very busy. The trick-or-treating is fun. Love it, love it, love it. For me personally, I've done it enough times now that I feel like I don't really need to do it again unless Paisley asks me to. We actually took her when she was quite little, and because of the timing of it, I think she went when she was 1, 2, 3 and 4. But because of the timing of it, she was always asleep within the first hour in her stroller. So it's just like, is it really worth it to bring Paisley, especially if she's going to be asleep? Because we've done this, and whilst it is a lot of fun, it's also a lot of money. So if you've never been, I would definitely recommend it, but it may be like a one and done or an every couple of years kind of event. Oh, I love this. Somebody's asked what are Paisley's top 3 attractions, and I would say they are Splash Mountain. She's going to love it even more when it's Tiana themed. Big Thunder Mountain, and probably Slinky Dog Dash. The kid's a daredevil. She loves a fast ride. She absolutely loves a coaster, and she'll go on pretty much anything, apart from she doesn't want to do Tower of Terror in Orlando, because the Paris version has a little girl ghost, which is actually quite scary, and she wasn't scared of the ride and the drop motion itself. She was fine with that. She was laughing on that bit. It was this little ghost that came in, told the story in the beginning, which kind of frightened her. So yeah, she's scared of Tower of Terror, but other than that, she loves all the big rides. apart from as well, she didn't love Flight of Passage because of the story. Again, it was the big wave that came over. She thought it was going to get us and that we were going to drown. So she likes coasters, let's put it like that. Would you plan a trip to Asia or Disneyland in Japan, China or Hong Kong? I'd love to. I would love to one day. Bucket list kind of thing, those are for me. I'm scared of flying. I'm scared of the unknown, which is kind of why I'm like always going to Florida. I'm a massive creature of habit. If I go somewhere and love it, that's it. I'm gonna love it forever. One day I would love to. When Paisley's a bit older and when I feel like I can cope with the longer flights and the change in culture and language and everything like that, it's all a bit scary to me, but they do look amazing, especially Tokyo Disney Sea. I love the look of that park. I love this question. If you were an Imagineer, what would you create? The first thing that springs to mind is Rapunzel themed, because Tangled is my favourite, and I think it would be to do with the lantern scene, like on a boat ride, but that's quite boring and basic. So maybe it goes wrong and all the thugs come after Rapunzel and Flynn Rider, and then it changes to like a coaster. Can you do that? Can you go from boat ride to coaster? I don't know, but think Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts kind of thing. Big screens, coasters, running away. You know, on the film when they go down like the drain and into the water to escape, like that. That would be fun. If not, something villain related I think would be really, really fun. I don't know what though. Not a coaster. Not a shooting game. Like, my brain just went to the new Minions blast ride, which I think is going to be like blasting all the villains. So not like that. I don't know what it would be, but to have a ride with the villains or a land with the villains, which I know is always rumoured to happen, but as of yet never has, that would be really cool. Another question I got was, which villain and princess do I resonate most with? Princess, or queen now should I say, would be Elsa. I'm a bit of an ice queen, guys. You may not know this about me, but I've got like a heart of stone, and it's not a good thing, but I've always been the same. I'm not a hugger. I don't like to be touched. Do not hug me. Do not kiss me. Yeah, I don't have many emotions, so I feel like a bit of an ice queen like Elsa. I can be quite serious and strong-minded, and yeah, so Elsa for me. Paisley would be Rapunzel 100% because she's the most adventurous child I've ever met in my entire life. Her favourite things are skiing and things like kayaking and just wild things that are so adventurous. She loves. Villains wise, I don't know. This one is very, very difficult. So who have we got? We've got Ursula, Maleficent, the Evil Queen. What's Snow White's Granny Queen called? That's not the Evil Queen, is it? That's a different queen. Or is it? That is. I'm so confused. But yeah, I don't think any of them anyway. Jafar, not a fan of him. Don't like Jafar. I like Captain Hook. Perhaps I'll choose him because he's just quite funny, and I love that TikTok gets him at the end. So maybe I'll go with Captain Hook. Oogie Boogie's cool. The guy from Princess and the Frog, I can't remember his name, but he's funny as well. I'm gonna go Captain Hook, guys. I'm Captain Hook today. What's the best place to stay at Disneyland Paris? Hands down for me, the New York Hotel Art of Marvel. Absolutely loved it. It was new-ish when we stayed there. It had only been open a couple of months, so it was clean, modern, tidy, perfect. So well themed, and I just loved absolutely everything about it. I'd stay there again in a heartbeat. Have you done all of the Epcot seasonal festivals? If not, which one would you like to do next? I've got one left that I've never done, which is Festival of the Holidays, and I would love to do it. It looks like a lot of fun, but we've done Festival of the Arts, Flower and Garden, Food and Wine. Flower and Garden is my all-time favourite. It's gorgeous. And just to keep this one short and sweet, guys, the last question that I'm going to answer is, what would be your perfect Disney day? So I'm going to go through it like chronologically. So we wake up, we're on site at Disney. I'm going to go to Magic Kingdom in the morning, so I'm thinking we are on a monorail resort, probably the Polynesian. We stayed at the Polynesian. We're waking up, we've got these views over the lagoon and the castle in the background. We're up nice and early, going for extra magic time, walk down Main Street, get all our castle pictures, breakfast at Cinderella's royal table. That would be really gorgeous. To have old FastPass Plus back as well, to keep booking rides, not Genie Plus, don't want that, I want FastPass Plus please. And get on all the fun rides, ride Tron for the first time, watch the parade, and then skip on over to Epcot. It would be Flower and Garden time, as I just said, that's my favourite time of year. We'd visit some of the booths, have some snacks, some drinks, get on some rides over there. Guardians would be a must as well. And then go back to our resort, which was the Polynesian, get like in our swimmers. This is like early evening, so it's early evening, it's still super hot. We'll get in our swimmers, chill out by the pool, probably have a quick dinner from Captain Cook's, and then watch Happily Ever After from the beach over at the Polynesian, because that's lovely. You can't beat the Disney fireworks, especially like from away from the hustle and bustle. It's so awesome and lovely, and that would be such a super fun day. Oh, and also while we're at Magic Kingdom in the morning, I'd take baby girl to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique because she loves it. Okay guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here. As I said, I don't want to ramble too much in this one, but hopefully I got through quite a lot of the questions, and hopefully you've enjoyed the answers. Thank you so much to those that did send questions in. I really appreciate it, and I love doing these Q&A, so if you enjoy it, let me know in the comments down below. Do be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Take care of yourselves everybody, and I'll see you real soon. Bye guys!